Guess we'll go ahead and knock this one out while we're doing it. Hello and welcome to Mr. Randy's Wine and Spirits. I am Mr. Randy, and today we're doing another Final Pour episode. If you're new to the channel, hello, welcome, come on in. All my returning viewers, you know how we do, so let's do it to it, shall we? Today's Final Pour episode is going to be of the Noble Scott Carlyle Blended Scotch Whiskey. Excuse me. Master Blenders Selection 750, coming in at 40% alcohol by volume. Quick look at the back side. Not a whole lot to see there. Distilled bottled in Scotland. Always expect that from a Scotch. Serenity Imports, Stamford, Connecticut. Pretty good. We won't need that anymore. Let's go ahead and get this final pour and say goodbye to this one as well. That one's a little closer than the last one, and that's fine. So if you're new to the channel, Mr. Randy does a 3-part series. Part 1, off the rip, get it home, crack it open, have my first pour, share my first impressions with you because that's what we do. Part 2, full review time. We drink it down halfway, we put the cap back on it, put it on the shelf. Week and a half, 2 weeks, there is a schedule. I go online while it's sitting on the shelf, try and find out as much as I can, sometimes come back with next to nothing. But we talk about it, I score it, continue to drink it because part 3, where we are here today, with the final pour. Final pour compared to the first pour off the rip and everything in between. I usually pick you up, and I usually shuffle you to the side. Oh, let me get some water before we start this. Yeah, this flip-flop in the weather has... It's just mainly my throat is what it is. Everything else is fine. On the nose. Okay, so the Carlyle here is a little... It's hanging in there a lot better than the Hedges and Butler I just did. I figured these 2 bottles just need to be to wrap it up and toss them in the bin. And we'll move on with our day. Yes, this one has a little bit better of a nosing. The price is different too. I think this Carlyle was roughly $5 more than the Hedges and Butler. But I like the Carlyle better than the Hedges and Butler. But not to say the Hedges and Butler was not enjoyable at some degree, at some point, in and out of that bottle. This one was more of a like than a not like. I got more pleasure out of this than I did the Hedges and Butler. I think there was only one point in this bottle that I did not really, I just wasn't feeling it anymore. But let's go ahead and do this. On the nose, like I said, there's a lighter, brighter, somewhat still crispy, light fruits with some decent caramel, vanilla, spicy oak twist. So it still has a decent nose still hanging on it. So let's go ahead and get that first. Well, it's not going to be an acclimation palate, but we came back from the Hedges and Butler about like 15-20 minutes ago. And I'm like, you know what? I'm just going to finish this one off and get them both off the shelf. Here we go. Okay. There's going to be a 3-parter to this. 3-parter to this. I know I'm working on my... Sometimes when I get a little bit underwhelmed and I get a little bit tired, I revert back to my speech impediment. So there's a 3-parter here. The first part is a robust sort of influx of everything that it used to be, just a notch turned down. The second part is where I'm going to start thinking glycerin has been added to this. I think what happened between then and now is probably everything held together pretty well. And once some of these other things started falling off, what you have left is what has been artificially added into the bottle. Aged in ex-bourbon barrels, a blend of 26 different whiskeys, 26, 28. Trademark Carlyle blended, rich, warm, fine mellow. So yes, this was probably much better on the first half of the bottle. And just like the Hedges and Butler, I would definitely suggest this be drank faster or sooner rather than later. Not fast, sir, okay? Sooner rather than later. Take your time, pace yourself, drink responsibly. enjoy it. That's what it's here for. If you just want to get smashed, just drink a vodka or something and save your money. That's not a suggestion. Please don't take it. This is for entertainment purposes only. Let's get that second one on there and we'll move on. It's got much better viscosity than Hedges and Butler. Again, the flavor comes in relatively robust at first, falls to a bloody mess after that, and it's just watered down mess, a little oiliness. Everything falls apart, which makes me think that maybe there's not glycerin been added, because glycerin will hold everything together from the tip to the tail. What was that? So there might be a touch of glycerin. I don't know. I'm not gonna put it on that, but something just gave me that sort of sensation that it was glycerin. But I'm now starting to think no, because this is so messy at the end, and that's not characteristic of adding glycerin to hold everything together. It's contradictive. So I'm very much thinking no, there's not, or if there is, there's not a whole lot, because it goes to a sourness relatively quickly. It goes to like a sourness. Is the best way I can explain it. It starts off okay and then just sort of falls apart, really messy, and then it gets into like a sourness. So I guess if you liked the video, go ahead and hit that thumbs up button. If you haven't subscribed to the channel, I promise you there's better videos coming. So subscribe to the channel and hang tight. We'll get to something good. All right, so let's go ahead and do this finish. Yeah. That's unfortunate. Yes, definitely this bottle is best consumed sooner rather than later, or at least finish it sooner rather than later. But take your time, pace yourself. Again, the finish is just kind of messy. It's messy. It's a little bit tart as a sourness, like a sickly sour tartness. It's basically telling me it was done. It was done before I got to here. That's what it's doing. That's unfortunate. But hey, it's an inexpensive and borderline cheap Scotch. Much better on the first half, much like the Hedges Butler. But there it is. In the comment section, we'd love to know, where are you at? What are you currently drinking? Is there anything interesting going on in the world of libations around you? If there is, let's talk about it. Have you had the Carlyle? Love to talk to you about that. Do you have the same experience as I have? So on and so forth. Anywho, thanks for stopping by here at Mr. Randy's Wine and Spirits. Once upon a time, it was a good one, just like the other one.